We're doing well today. Welcome to Cooped Up Live. Shit, I say. Just a daily-ish broadcast where I just talk about whatever I want to talk about, what happened in my day, what's happening in the world, things I love, things that are driving me nuts, all that kind of stuff. Well, while we're waiting on some folks to join the live broadcast, be sure to note that coopedup.com is my website. You can visit that at any time. I actually posted a new story last night for quite a while. It's been a while since I posted one. Apple AirTags are on sale, and I posted some of the creative ways that I've used them. They never go on sale. That's why I marked the occasion by talking about some creative ways that I use them. So coopedup.com is my website. I'm Cooped Up is my handle in all the social places. Excuse me. Would love a follow, particularly if you're on the Instagrams, but anywhere that you are. And then wherever you watch or listen to this, it airs live on Facebook Live, on my personal profile, as well as my Cooped Up page. So be sure to check that out. Also on YouTube Live and rebroadcast in audio format on all the major podcasting platforms in case people want to listen while they're on at work or workout, walking. You know, nothing says physical fitness like Cooper Koch, right? Yeah. So, and hopefully you can see me today. Hey, Mama, how are you? Hey, Sandy. I would have expected to have heard about it if you can't see me yet. Let's tell you. So yesterday I missed because I was still battling tech goblins. Today, I knock on wood, I haven't had quite the trouble that I had yesterday and the day before yesterday. I still have one thing I'm going to talk about on that, or actually two things. But so on Tuesday when I tried to come live, there was no video at all. You just saw the pretty background, and you could see when I put things up on the screen. And then randomly, like 10 minutes into it, it popped up. And then yesterday, I was just struggling at all. My computer, the camera wouldn't want to turn on. It was just all kinds of craziness. So today, the only real tech issue I'm having today is that my phone suddenly it keeps telling me I need to update it. And I actually am an early adopter, an early updater. If my computer or my phone say there's an update available, I'm always like one of the first in line to do it. Who I am, that's what I do. But with the way this week is going, I'm like, not today, Satan, not today. I'm not doing it. I'm not bricking my phone today. Like I've had that happen one time when I updated, and it was long ago. It was like, so I had the very first iPhone when it first came out, like within a month of it coming out. And then there was another one. And then remember when they did a major update, and it was when everything changed from like shiny and like cartoonish to flat. And there was some big change. I think it might have been when they introduced the App Store or something like that. Well, I did that update. My phone was just unusable for like a week. And that was back when I actually used my telephone as a phone. I always say right now, for all I know, the phone feature on my phone doesn't work because I never talk on the phone. But how many of y'all can say the same about that? But today, it seems like you can see me, you can hear me. Feel free to comment away, please. But I'm not doing the update. I'm gonna wait until the weekend, or maybe it's the Ides of March. I don't know. March is not always my luckiest month. So anyway, but I did have so I say that I'm like having tech trouble. I still am engaging in tech. So there's all of AI and artificial intelligence is all the rage right now. Chat GPT, that sort of stuff. And I've been experimenting with it. There was a big article on the cover of the Wall Street Journal today about how people are using it differently. I talked to Carrie about it yesterday. Been talking about it at the office. And so we've been like playing with it. Like, what information can you upload? Give it a command and tell it what you want and what does it bring back to you, right? So I have a really cool story and I have a what the fuck story. So I'm going to start with the what the fuck one. So earlier today, I was testing one of the platforms that I was looking at, copy.ai, I think is the one. I've mostly been using OpenAI, which is the inventors of ChatGPT, but I was looking at copy.ai. I asked it to create Instagram social caption, right? Like for a photo or whatever. And it says, tell us some keywords, some things that you're doing in here. So I said, uh, gay dads with 2 kids on an RV trip for spring break to Galveston. That's what I told him it was about, right? Just because the first thing that came to mind. So gay dads with 2 kids on spring break in Galveston. And some of them came back and they were just kind of lame. It was like having a great time in Galveston in the RV. It's like, yeah, there's no intelligence to that. That's just artificial. But one of them came back that made me laugh so hard. It was like, uh, love traveling with my family. We're like, no, I love traveling in the RV. We're in Galveston like a big rainbow family full of Jesus. And I was like, record scratch? Where did the Jesus come from in that? I'm not saying I don't believe in Jesus. I'm not saying anything. There's no commentary on that part of this. But I'm like, so the rainbow family, I get that part. It's heard gay and it created probably a rainbow emoji in its brain or something like that. Because a couple of them did have that in it. And so it called us a big rainbow family, which I'm on board for that too. But wrapped in Jesus, like what part of that did it think Texas? So they must want to talk about Jesus constantly. Like where in the AI algorithm or whatever it is did it think that that was the appropriate comment or caption for that? So I thought that was funny. The other thing that I did is you can ask it, you can say, write me a song. So I told it, write me a song about turning 50 in the style of Dolly Parton. And I'm going to read you the lyrics right now. So that was the command. Write me a song about turning 50 in the style of Dolly Parton. I'll tell you this. It created a damn good Dolly Parton song. Maybe it's Hussey's a feller. I have no idea what that means. I'm probably not saying it right. So I'm going to do the song, and I may try to sing it a little bit. But here is the song that the AI, and it's like 3 lyrics, 2 choruses, and a bridge. It does this in like 15 seconds. So, okay, so imagine Dolly Parton. I should have put on my Dolly Parton wig. You're like, you don't have one. And I'm like, do you really think I don't? Yeah. So well, I woke up this morning feeling a little gray, got a few more wrinkles, but I'm gonna seize the day. I may be half a century old, but I still got spark, and I'm gonna keep shining even in the dark. I'm turning 50, but I ain't slowing down. I just getting started, gonna paint this town. Got my high heels on and my guitar too. Gonna sing my heart out just like I used to. And oh shoot, what did I do? Sorry. A little tech problem there with me. So that's the first part in the chorus, right? Fantastic. Oh, hey Sousa feller. Yeah, okay, I get it. Mom now, yes. So that was it. So already like great Dolly Parton song, right? And it goes on. Verse number 2, I've had some highs and lows, but I wouldn't change a thing. All these experiences made me who I am, and that's something. I'm grateful for the lessons, the love and the pain. I'm embracing every moment, and I'm going to do the same. I'm turning 50, but I ain't slowing down. I'm just getting started. Going to paint this town. Got my high heels on and my guitar too. Going to sing my heart out just like I used to do. And then here's the bridge. Age is just a number. It's what you make of it. And I'm going to make the most of it every little bit. I'll keep on dancing, keep on singing, keep on dreaming too. Because there's no stopping me no matter what I go through. I'm turning 50, but I ain't slowing down. I'm just getting started. Gonna paint this town. Got my high heels on and my guitar too. Gonna sing my heart out just like I used to. So cheers to the next 50 years. I'm gonna live them up. I'll keep on being me and never give up. I'm Dolly Parton, and I'm proud to be turning 50, just as fabulous as can be. That is a really, really good song. It wrote that in 15 seconds. I swear, like 15 seconds. Shocked me. I also told it to write one about applying to high school in the style of Billie Eilish. Sorry, not. I say Billie Eilish to infuriate my son, Mason, but it's really Billie Eilish. He gets so mad when I say it wrong. So that's why I, of course, say it wrong every time. And it was really good too. I won't subject you to that one, but it was like very moody. It was very like in your feels, all that kind of stuff. Suzanne, it's so darn cute, right? I'm like, How? Let's let Dolly. What you think about that, honey? What you think about? Do you like it? Yeah, I'm stupid. We do need to keep a little Dolly in there, though. The sorry for the Blair Witch Project thing there, but I was just like shocked by it. I also uploaded a creative brief that we do internally, which is basically a gathering of all of the information about a project or a product or something. And I uploaded that and I say, write a press release about fill in the blank, like a groundbreaking of this project using the following information. And then I told it all of the info. I copied and pasted the information from that. It produced a press release that I'm going to tell you, it was probably like 50% there, if not more. It was a good starting point. So now I'm like, is this shit going to put me out of business? Hopefully I live long enough. Well, maybe I sell soon enough that I don't have to worry about that. That's somebody else's problem. But yeah, I need to record. And also, I wonder how many people are going to be songwriters now, like that song. What if I just took Dolly Parton's name out of it? Do I own that song since I paid for the AI to do it? And because I didn't use the free version, I paid $20 not to get that song, but like for a month of usage, just because I'm one of these people. I have so many fucking subscriptions because I pay for the premium version of everything just so that I can test out all of the shit it can do. And so I did on that one. But like, do I own that song? Do they own that song? I even and then some people have been talking about like, is it plagiarizing? Is it pulling it in from a bunch of other places? Well, so then I was like, okay, so I went to a Grammarly, which is a thing that I use anyway to like check verb usage, grammar, all that kind of stuff. It's just a final check on anything that I write. And actually, I require everyone in my agency to use it also. But like, I ran it through there, and they have a plagiarism check where they check millions of websites to see if there's any portion of it that is duplicated, and it came up 0%. So it's fully original. Now I don't know. I wonder if I should have done it again to see if I'm going to do that with y'all on here with me. Let's go in here to how do I do that? Open AI. Let's do a little share screen action here, y'all. Share. Let's see. Share screen. Oh, don't show me this again. I understand. Let's proceed. Let's do a Chrome tab. Let's do that. Share. Okay, so here we are. So it's just super basic like this, right? So let's do write me a song about turning 50 in Dolly Parton style. Let's see if it produces the exact, and this shows you how quickly it is, right? So you're watching, right? If it comes up with the same thing. Of course, it's thinking a lot longer than yesterday because why? Cooper, why do you test technology in front of people when there we go? Why are you testing tech? Okay, different song. Look at this. See how quickly that turned up right there? Well, I'm turning 50. Y'all, can you believe? I'm feeling blessed and oh so relieved. I've had my share of ups and downs, but I'm still standing in this old town. Maybe getting a little older. Look at that. Oh, I'm 50 and fabulous, don't you know? I got a whole lot of living left. I keep rocking and rolling along with my big hair and my favorite songs. This is another great song. Look at that. And it is totally different than the previous one. Like, how crazy is that? I'm in love with this. Freaked out by it too. Like, completely freaked out by it. But like, totally in love with that. How funny is that? So anyway, let's get that off the screen. Anyway, have y'all tested out any of this? And there's supposedly this AI thing where you can tell it like your to-do list and it creates spots on your calendar automatically, kind of telling you like, hey, dude, you have like a 2-hour window and this task probably takes about 2 hours. So maybe consider doing it here. I'm like, okay, ADHD tool, sign me up. Anyway. For someone who is complaining about technology, I'm actually kind of bragging on it a lot, aren't I? Yes. Have y'all noticed anything new on my set today? There's one little thing. I normally only have Selena Quintanilla, and Miranda Priestley here. Where's that make a mistake? I am so sorry, honey. I did not mean to throw you around. So I've got Selena Funko Pop. I love these Funko Pop things. They're so cute. So Selena in her famous what's that, the Bitty Bitty Bum Bum outfit, I think. Selena Quintanilla, you know her. Not Selena Gomez. Selena. And then I have Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada. She even has the magazine that says, it says fashion. It doesn't say runway. But isn't that cute? And their heads turn and all that stuff, so you can pose them. Well, I discovered that they have a Whitney Houston one now. And Whitney Houston is my favorite singer of all time. Adele has given her a run for her money, but I don't think she'll ever replace Whitney Houston. And this is Whitney from the iconic How Will I Know video. How will I know if he really loves me? I say a prayer. That's her right there. The big bow and everything. Love it. And then I discovered today that they also have a version from I Want to Dance with Somebody, which is my single favorite song of all time. I Want to Dance with Somebody is my number one song. When We Were Young by Adele is my number two song. Henry Mancini's Moon River is one of my favorite songs. Yes. So I already have another. And this was like $10. How cute. But I can't get this shit to stand up. She is so top heavy. Like, she just will not stand up. So I had her perched up against there. Aren't those cute? Which, by the way, I meant to tell you. So one of the reasons why I posted about the AirTags last night. So Apple has their AirTags on sale. They never go on sale. 4-pack is normally $99. It's only $89 right now. I was like, oh, I should write about that. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to confess something. The post, if you go to coopedup.com and see it right now, about 60% of that was written by AI. I typed in, write a blog post about creative ways to use AirTags. And then 15 seconds later, it showed that post. I pulled out some, and so it's a good basis, right? And so I pulled out some stuff that was kind of boring. Like, I didn't need a definition of what an AirTag was, or I didn't even really want to care about how they work. But so I took that out. I added some Cooperisms to it, took out like some creative things that I thought were just lame, but added some in also, and then just went and got some links on Amazon to the thing so that people could buy it. Like, it still took me probably, so that thing wrote it in like 15 seconds. It still probably took me a good 30 to 45 minutes to build the post. And then I went downstairs and took a picture of me with an AirTag. I took a picture of, because we have them on the dog's collars also. Took a picture of the dog, Claire holding the dog with that. You can see this all at cooped.com if you go there right now. But that was amazing too. And then Carrie, who just joined. Hey, Carrie. Hiya. There was a big article, Carrie, in case you missed it, on the Wall Street Journal today. I'll send it to you, about exactly what you and I were talking about with using AI for work stuff. So anyway, and did you see? I already showed you. I showed you my Funko Pop. I know you love Whitney too. Drop that link to your post. Oh yeah, I guess I should just let me do that. I am terrible at this influencer shit. Go into it right now. It's at coopedup.com. I'm pulling it up right now. It's the top post on the page. There is the link if you want to go to it. Anyway, I'm fascinated by this whole topic. And then I think the last thing I had to talk, I am running short on time. So if y'all have anything you want me to talk about, please ask me anything, post anything, whatever. But, I remembered something else I did. Sorry, maybe I will be able to fill the time. Also, I asked it, I said, write a blog post about traveling, or about me traveling to Positano, Italy. It's been probably 8 years since we were there. But it was just something that came to mind. And I said, write a blog post about our trip to Positano, Italy. We ate at this restaurant and this restaurant. We stayed at this hotel. We did a day trip to Amalfi by ferry, all that. And I just told it. I didn't tell it what I ordered or anything like that. I just said, ate at Johnny Black's, and I can't remember the other one now. We stayed at this hotel. I actually said La Serneuse. We did not stay there, but we stayed next door to it. But that was the first one that came to mind. And we did take the ferry to Amalfi. It produced a blog post, and it was damn good too. It was like where to stay or where we stayed. And it said La Serneuse, the most luxurious, blah, 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 blah on the thing. We do this. Don't forget to go out on the patio and look out, look around, whatever, like actual like tips from it for doing that. And then it said, and while you're there, you have to eat at the iconic Johnny Black's because it is an iconic. It's right on the beach. The iconic Johnny Black's, blah, blah, blah. They're most famous for this. Be sure to get the fried misto or whatever it's called. It's what they're known for the best, right? That sort of thing, which is true. It's all true. And then take a ferry. They leave once an hour from the edge of the port. And it's about an hour there. You get the best sights of the coastline. All very, very true. You get to Amalfi. And I told it one place that we ate in Amalfi too. And it showed that place also. But all I had to do was like tell it like 4 things. I was just shocked by it. Shocked. At some point, the AI overlords are going to take over the world. I don't know if I want to be here for that or not. Maybe I do. It obviously sounds like I'm sucking on the teat of it already. So Todd and I were talking last night about this. We're like, so this is either going to make people really stupid or it's going to further divide the haves and the have-nots in society. And I think it's the latter. I think what's going to happen. Sorry about my hair being a mess. I went out and I was dinking the ball, pickleball across the street and the wind's blowing and all that kind of stuff. But I think that the AI, so I think a lot of people are going to use it for laziness, like to automate their job so that they don't have to do stuff and they can just loaf around and stare at their iPhones. And it's going to be like WALL-E, like where everyone just kind of gets big and runs around on a scooter and doesn't do anything, right? I don't think it's going to release people from like responsibility, like to lead a life of leisure. I think it's just going to make everyone lazy and stupid, right? But Carrie's saying I need to be wearing my super goop unseen because I can tell you got some sun today. This is still from our Galveston trip. I've been red-ish. I also did a scrub this morning, so I'm but so yeah, tell me how you would use AI. My mom is saying I would use it to write a book. That's a great idea because you could just tell it like little sniglets of your stories, and then it kind of fills in the difference, and then you just make sure that it's accurate or what you want it to say, like that sort of thing. What was I saying right before that? Not about the sunscreen. Oh, about the thing. So I think there's going to be some people, though, who still want to pay. So I think there's going to be a lot of cheap content out there, a lot of cheaper ways to do things. But I think there's still going to be people who want to pay for like bespoke language, for human touch, all that kind of stuff. And those people are going to be like the cultural elites and the richest people on the planet. And the people also who make the money on the stupid people will be the rich ones too. But I think it's going to further divide it. So, yeah, I just think it is crazy. And by the way, Carrie, I cannot find my unseen sunscreen. It's in one of my purses somewhere, and I don't know which one. And I keep forgetting to look. So, and then I have one last thing. Feel free to chime in if you have any. Let me know what you would use AI for, to write for you or whatever. Book is a great idea, Mom. Thoughts on this? And this has been on my list for like a week or two, and I just keep forgetting to get to it. What do you think about using the word pretty as a modifier for something? So you say, well, that's pretty cool. Or if you say, oh, this cookie you made is pretty good. Like, to you, how does that sound? To me, it sounds like a backhanded compliment. It has got a tinge of, I want to withhold praise. Like, to me, pretty, I mean, you can call me pretty any day of the week, but don't call me pretty, because that means I'm not quite pretty. Not quite. Like, to me, it is a diminishing modifier of an adjective. And a lot of people do not agree with me on that. So unless the adjective, I guess, is negative already, and then it may have like an inverse reaction. But like if you say, Cooper's cooking is pretty good, to me, that means one, you thought it was going to be bad. So you had low expectations for me. You thought negatively in the first place. You didn't have the faith in me. And maybe this is self-esteem issues creeping into it. I don't know. But, and then in surprise, and still not wanting to say it was fantastic or it was great or it was delicious. It's pretty good. It's pretty delicious. Or if you say, you see someone's car and you're like, well, their car's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. To me, that still doesn't mean it's cool. It means it's approaching cool. It is in the vein of cool, but on the spectrum of coolness, it's more over here, not over here. Like that is to me what that means. I'm so fascinated to know what other people think. And then some people are like, well, it depends on usage. Well, I'm like, your cooking is pretty good, or your cooking's pretty good. Like, or intonation. To me, both of those are the exact same thing. Maybe bad example. Or he's pretty well behaved. He's pretty funny. These are all still, although Carrie's saying that's pretty fucked up is a personal fave. Yes. So that right there, that's pretty fucked up. Like it actually, I think that maybe it's not to really, but I do think that it is a amping up modifier, but because fucked up is a negative. So depends on the usage. I cannot think of a single usage, and I know that's just what everyone keeps telling me. I cannot think of a single usage where it does not sound to me like it is a diminishing modifier to a positive adjective. If you put it in front, he's pretty hot. To me, means he's hot still, but like not smoking hot. He's pretty hot. Like I don't maybe, and I usually am like the optimist on everything. I don't hear things, but to me, like he's pretty hot. Okay. What else can I think of? He's pretty smart. Like to me, that's like still not actually really, really smart, but he's pretty smart. Like he's not like I might not trust him to do my taxes, but I would trust him to calculate the tip at dinner. Like that's to me what that means. So I'm just fascinated. And again, if you hear it a different way, that is, I'm not criticizing, I'm not questioning. Just in my brain of brains, excuse me, I cannot hear it as a non-diminishing modifier. So Carrie's got to run for a call. Good to see you. Yes. Peace out. And Eric is not on today, but Eric will not be here tomorrow. So if he listens later, I want to tell him Eric is leaving tomorrow for Las Vegas, and Carrie's going to miss hearing about this because she just signed off. He's going to Las Vegas to see Taylor Swift in a suite in Las Vegas. I don't know which arena, stadium, or whatever she's playing there, but I'm not a huge T Swift fan. Like I like some of her music. I love 1989. That is actually a fantastic album. But the other ones, I'm kind of like, they sound more or less the same. But to see if I were invited to go in a suite, even to pay to be in a suite for a reasonable amount of money, I would probably do it anywhere other than AT&T Stadium. I cannot stand AT&T Stadium. It's too big, too hard to get in and out of, all of that. So, although I've heard SoFi Stadium is the exact same way. I have some friends that went there for the TCU game. Well, call it a game, if you will. TCU like sucked big time in it. And I don't mind because you know what? My favorite team, let's see. My favorite team is anyone who is playing. It's SMU and anyone who's playing TCU. I say that all the time. And I'm not even into sports. But I heard that took like a good 30 minutes to get to your seats too. So maybe that's the new stadiums these days. All right, yeah, it's fun for Eric. It sounds hella fun. So it sounds pretty fun. Still, to me, that does not sound like a... Anyway. All righty. Well, with that, I am going to say bye. Let me make sure I did not miss anything in the comments. Thank you for the reminder, Carrie, to go look for my unseen sunscreen from Supergoop. I keep forgetting that I have that. And I need it. It's my favorite. So, well, with that, I'm going to say bye. I love you. It's important to know you were loved. I love that you watched this. Thank you so much. And I miss you when I can't come to you each day. Take care of yourself. Don't should yourself to death. No good comes from should. And in the meantime, I'll see you next time for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say? Talk to you later. Bye.